Hey everyone, Joe Mazer here again from Amaze Properties. Today I'm going to take this time to go through the top 10 reasons you might need to sell your house fast, or maybe even want to sell your house fast, or sell your house to a cash home buyer like us. And here are the top 10 reasons you might want to sell your house fast direct to a cash home buyer like us here at Amaze Properties. And also stay tuned through the end of the video for what you can do, because it's one thing to know what the reasons are to sell your house fast or why you might want to sell directly to a cash home buyer, but it's another thing to take those next steps, those next actionable steps. So stay tuned through the end of the video for tips like that. Number one, maybe you're facing foreclosure. So if you're facing foreclosure in Metro Detroit and you don't really see any other options, one of those could be selling your house to a cash home buyer. We can buy any house fast. And so when you are facing foreclosure, you have fallen behind on payments. Maybe they're mortgage payments or tax payments or what have you. And that entity, whether it be the bank or the county or a lien holder, can foreclose on the property. And maybe to avoid that, you need to sell your house quickly and before that foreclosure takes place. So that's one of the options for avoiding foreclosure, is selling quickly to a cash home buyer like us here at Amaze Properties. You can see some pictures here on a house in Roseville on Ridgemont Street, and we were able to help Linda out. She was the owner. We purchased the house. She was about to enter into foreclosure because she was behind on some mortgage payments, but we actually were able to take over those payments so she didn't have to enter into foreclosure, saving her credit and saving her from going into the whole foreclosure process. So one of the ways that we helped out another homeowner, and this one was in Roseville. Reason number two, you are a landlord and you have bad tenants that you just can't stand, and so you want to sell the house to get that problem off your hands. Well, we can help with here too. So if you have bad tenants that maybe you are thinking about evicting, but you don't really want to go through the eviction process, or maybe you are going through the eviction process and it's starting to become a hassle, we can help you out of that situation too. We can purchase your house and take care of the tenants while they're still in there. So that's another option that we can help out with. You can see here, this is a house in Madison Heights that they had tenants in there and they damaged the property. So they got them out, and they didn't want to make the repairs, so they turned to us and we were able to buy it, fix it up, and then re-rent it out. So this is another house that we helped with someone that owned it and had bad tenants. Reason number three, you're going through a divorce, unfortunately, and you need to sell the house to settle any disputes. This is another reason why you might need to sell, and you might not want to do it on the traditional market. You're going through a divorce, and to settle any disputes that you might have, or to make it become amicable, you might have to sell your house. And one way to do that is sell direct to buyer, because we've seen this before and we've bought houses through divorce, and we've helped homeowners that might need to get a quick sale or get the house off their hands for a reasonable price that works for all parties. Here you can see some photos of a house that we bought on Chicago Road in Warren, and this was Grant's house, and they were going through a divorce, him and his wife, and we were able to buy that house, and they didn't have to put it on the market. They didn't have to go through the lengthy process of selling it through an agent or having buyers walk through the house or anything. So we were able to help them through the divorce process and to sell their house fast. So we helped out Grant in Warren, Michigan. Reason number four, liens or tax problems. Maybe you have liens on the property or a judgment on there from the county sale. And this kind of goes along the lines of number one for foreclosure. And so these lien holders, maybe it's a mechanic's lien because someone did work on the property, but you weren't able to pay in time, and they place a lien on the property to get their money. So one of the issues of this is if you wait too long to pay them or to pay that lien off, they may be able to foreclose the property and you lose the property altogether. So one way to avoid this is to sell the house and pay off that lien. Reason number 5, you've inherited the house from one of your family members or someone related to you and become the executor of the estate. And so now you need to make a decision of what to do. And maybe you've inherited the house with siblings or with family, and this can make it kind of tough. So we've dealt with that situation before, and we can help you figure out what you need to do next. And this brings me to point number 6 as well, and that is going through probate. So if you inherited a house with a will, you may not need to go through a lengthy probate process. But if you haven't, if there is no will, or the house is not in the will, or there isn't any legal document stating what to do with the house, then you might have to go through a lengthy probate process, and you may need to know what to do next. We can help out with that too, and we can help you sell your house by buying it quickly and getting you through that process with all the appropriate measures, going through the title company and everything like that. Here you can see another house from Warren that he inherited the property, and it actually needed a lot of repairs. There was some water damage, and this is what happens sometimes when the property sits vacant. So this was an inherited property that had a lot of water damage, and we were able to buy it and fix it up and sell it to another cash buyer. So another reason why we can buy inherited properties quickly, and you might want to sell your inherited property fairly quickly because things like this can happen. This brings me to point number 7, where you own a house that needs a lot of repairs. And maybe you live in the house, maybe you don't. But when you own a house that needs a lot of repairs, it might be hard to sell on the traditional real estate market through a real estate agent. So you might need to go with a cash home buyer like us here at Amaze Properties. So one of the things you can do is contact us, and we can walk through the house. We can give you a fair assessment of what we think the value is with all the repairs, and you don't have to make any repairs yourself. When you go through the traditional market, oftentimes buyers will ask you to do some of the repairs before closing. Not us. We are going to make the repairs after we close. You don't have to touch the house at all. So we can help you with that. Here's a house in Clinton Township. It's actually a multifamily. One of the units had fire damage, which affected a couple of the other units as well. So we were able to get this house off the homeowner's hands without him having to do too much work to it. And again, this is a property that needed a lot of repairs, and we were able to buy that house and get the house off the homeowner's hands without having them do any repairs. Now this brings me to point number 8 and point number 9. You own a vacant house and you live out of state. So if you own a vacant house and you live out of state, or you live long distance, just not close to the house, then this might pose a problem where you don't want to deal with any of the issues that comes with owning a vacant house, or comes with owning a house long distance, where you can't be here to take care of it and you don't know what's really going on. Maybe you have a friend here that you keep asking to go take a look at the house and it's getting bothersome. Or maybe you have tenants in there because you do live out of state, but it's really hard to take care of, especially if you have a property management company that you can't manage yourself, because some property managers are good and some are not. So if you own a house out of state, or you own a vacant house that you just want off your hands, contact us and we can help take care of that by buying that particular property. Here's a property where the homeowner lived in California. They owned the house in Warren, and they were trying to clean it out, and they just needed to sell the house quickly. They wanted to get it off their hands, and even with some of the clutter here, we were able to buy it and move pretty quickly, and they were more than happy with the price we gave and the quick closing that we were able to offer. So again, another example. This one again was in Warren, of a house that we were able to buy. And now this brings me to my last reason that you might want to sell your house to a cash home buyer like us: relocating. So maybe you are trying to downsize because you are retired and your kids are out of the house, or maybe you're growing family and you want to upsize, you want to get a bigger house, and you just want to sell that house and get it off your hands, the one you live in now. Relocating is a good way to, a good reason that you might want to sell your house fast, because maybe you just can't stand living in the house anymore, or you just can't afford the payments, or you just don't want to go through the process of selling it on the traditional real estate market. That's where we come in. We are cash home buyers, and we can help you by buying your property directly without going through that lengthy process. You don't have to pay any real estate commissions. You don't have to pay any closing costs. And you don't have to have buyers walking through your house at all hours of the day. And so that's the benefits we can offer you. So you just learned about the top 10 reasons that you might need to sell your house fast. So what do you do next? What are your options? Well, a lot of it depends on what situation you do find yourself in. But if you decide that selling your house is the right way to go, then you do have a few options. One, you could put your house up with a real estate agent on the traditional real estate market. But if you need to sell your house fast, a lot of times this option might not be the best. Sometimes it does take months to sell your house through this whole process. You'll have buyers making offers, walking through your house, getting an inspection, and then going through closing and potentially backing out for some reason or another. So selling your house through a real estate agent on the traditional real estate market may not be the best option if you really need to sell your house fast. You might have heard of an iBuyer. These buyers are buyers that will come to you on the web, and they'll give you a low commission offer, and they'll offer to buy your house directly from you. So this is an option, but these people aren't local. These companies are not local companies to the Detroit, Michigan area. So that might pose a problem. They may not be able to give you the best offer that you can have, and they may not know your particular situation. They may not be able to help you the best way you can. Another option you have is a for sale by owner. So you might try selling the house yourself because you want to save on those real estate commissions by not going through a real estate agent. However, this might not get you the quickest offer, the quickest closing that you can get. A lot of times when you do a for sale by owner, you're missing out on a lot of the market. So people viewing your house may not be the maximum you could do. And this might lengthen the process. So you might not be able to sell your house as quick as you need if you find yourself in one of these top 10 situations. So last but not least, selling to a cash home buyer like us here at Amaze Properties. We are able to buy your house, make you a quick cash offer, and actually close on the property sometimes in little as a week. So we can do a quick closing. We can buy your house fast. You won't have to make any repairs. You won't have to pay any real estate commissions, no closing costs. We pay all those closing costs. We take care of all of that. You won't have to have buyers walking through your house at all hours of the day. You are dealing with a company who is 100% local. We here at Amaze Properties are here in Metro Detroit, and we've been here for the last number of years. We've been here for 5 years, ever since we've been built, ever since our inception, and we are here to help you. So if you do need to sell your house fast, consider all your options, consider your situation, make sure you do a lot of your research. Hopefully this article and this video have helped you a little bit, and check out our site. We have a lot of information there. And we look forward to trying to help you the best way we can, and trying to help you out of your situation to sell your house fast. And we can buy your house fast if you decide to go that route. So again, visit us on the web, josephbuyshomes.com, or give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you and trying to help you out the best we can. So please stay safe out there, take care, and we look forward to hearing from you.